First things first, do not mind the lighting issue. I know I have to fix that, and I'm also experimenting with the camera angle and position. Besides that, let's get into the video, and I hope you guys enjoy. So when you're dealing with someone that wants an undercut, you gotta part the hair, and that's what I'm doing right here. And when you're parting the hair, make sure you comb down the shorter hairs. This makes it so that when you go to lower the hair, you're only cutting the hair that's supposed to be cut. So when I'm lowering the hair, I don't go straight up into the parietal ridge. What I do is I just do a quick pass and I just go into the next section. I don't go straight up into the parietal ridge and lower those short hairs. Yes, this does create more work for me later on, but I'd rather have a clean cut than something that just doesn't look right. Quick tip, so when you set in the first guideline, you want to make sure that guideline is very clean. So you might see me go over it numerous times. The first guideline is very crucial, so if you set in this guideline wrong, you can always fix it, but do not push the guideline any higher than it should be. Make sure you flick out once you get to the first guideline. You do not want a guideline that you cannot get rid of. So when setting in guidelines, whether it's lever open or with a guard, you want to make sure you do a slight flick out. It doesn't have to be dramatic or anything crazy. It could be a small little flick out. You just don't want to set in a line that's not going to come out. And to those that don't know this already, when you're cutting hair, you have to pay attention to the hair growth and the hair pattern. And if you didn't do that before, I'm telling you, I 10 out of 10 recommend it. Well, I'm not going to talk throughout the whole video, so I'm going to let you guys watch this, and when I have something to say or something to add, I will add that. Just letting you guys know, this is the Andes Masters. When the Andes Masters is open all the way, the blade is pretty much a number one. So you might see me push into an area that I normally wouldn't push if I was using the magic clips. Quick tip, do not get lost in the blend. If you have to look away for a minute or two, go ahead. Use the mirror, look in the mirror. The mirror is your best friend. You don't want to get lost in the blend and then you're just like,
I don't know if I want to continue doing this, bro.
So throughout the blending process, please look in the mirror, look away for like 30 seconds. It will definitely benefit you and help you out a lot. I already used the one guard, but I got lost in the blend and I also wanted to make it more smoother. I wanted the blend to come out way better because I know my blends are better than that. So I went over it again and you'll see it comes out way better. So now what I'm doing is I'm just detailing, and I would be lying to you if I said detail work was not important. So that half guard pretty much brought everything together, but what this 1.5 guard is going to do is it's pretty much going to make everything flow, and it's going to complement that half guard. Now everything I did to the back, you're going to do on both the sides, but keep in mind that he wanted a mid-taper. So now I'm going over my work, and I'm gonna make sure everything's a number 2, and I'm gonna clean up around that parietal ridge so that all the darkness and the unevenness pretty much cleans up and it just flows together. We've gone past some of the basic things, but now this is the hairline area, and the hairline area is what brings everything together. So when you're doing this part, he has a tapered hairline. So what I'm gonna do is I parted the hair, and I'm also lowering it a little bit so that it looks cleaner and it blends in with the sides. This is something that I don't do often, but I just spray some Got2b on his hairline, and I'm combing it down so that, you know, everything locks in place and every hair is where it's supposed to be at. I don't recommend starting in the middle of someone's hairline. I only do this because he is a regular client. I know his hairline, and the middle of his hairline is the lightest part, so it's somewhere where I actually recommend starting off at. But there are some clients that you might have to start from the right side or the left side. You just got to look at which side is higher, which side is lower. And usually I would recommend starting from the lower side because you can always make it even with the higher side. You do not want to push the higher side any higher than it already is. And when you're lining someone up, make sure you check your work, because what looks straight to you might not be straight when you look in the mirror. Now, usually doesn't get enhancements, but I kind of recommended it because I thought it would just make the hairline look way better. But when you're spraying enhancements, you gotta spray at an angle because you want it to dust on and not splatter on. Look at that. Look this real quick. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's what we talking about.
Oh, okay.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That shit looks valid. Go ahead. Lift your hair up too.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yo, that shit looks valid. Oh, yes, sir.
My mama gave birth to a real demon. I done quit the lean twice, but I'm still leaning. We already fucked twice, but she still creaming.